Hello kittens of the internet, this is Pede, and I'm bringing you a Battlefield 3 video where I'm not going to talk about the gameplay, but I'm going to touch up on a subject. This has to be something of the hardest I've ever done in my month-and-a-half long YouTube career. I am going to touch on a subject that was brought forward in a Leon Trotsky video, where he basically made a video about what makes a real battlefield. And that video, since it's the internet, caused a bit of bit of controversy and a slightly heated debate. I don't think it's a question you can answer. You can ask, and it's a question that's not easily answered because I think it's wide. And I think that because every gamer who plays Battlefield is, in my opinion, a real battlefielder. The differentiating between what makes a real battlefield and what doesn't is a bit too elitist for me. Instead, let's talk about what makes a good Battlefield player. In my opinion, what makes a good Battlefield player, it's a question about mindset or skill set. Something about not being selfish, and something about not give a damn about your stats. It's about being versatile, and it's about playing the fucking objectives. It's actually pretty simple, but it's all about willing to do than willing to do. To be a good Battlefield player, you have to be willing to step out of boundaries, out of your comfort zone, and to challenge yourself. You might be needed to jump in a tank or a chopper or a jet just to make sure that it stays on your hands, even though you're not apt in that particular vehicle, but it's the thing to be done for your team. Stats can be an indication of what kind of player you are, but in my opinion, it's not a measurement of how good a Battlefield player you are. It can show what your particular skill set is and where you excel, but it doesn't show what an all-round Battlefield player you are. Some have said that score per minute is a good indication, but to me that only means how active you are, not how much you contribute. Are you back in the base defending that income, making sure there's no one there? That you don't have some stragglers just turning up in the last minute when only tickets again to arm that income? You've been sitting there for 5 minutes, waiting and covering, spotting. You're not getting that many points. You have still done a terrific job, and you have still been a valuable asset to a team. Are you that guy with the soul flam who spots the attack choppers but get killed constantly and only get 20 points per spot? You've done a bang-up job if those choppers are getting down with the help of javelins. So, score per minute is not necessarily the be-all and end-all of a Battlefield player. It's an indication and nothing else. Because in Battlefield, there are a lot of things you can do that you're not getting points for. Audio call-outs, for instance. Are you telling your team where the enemy are so they can go and get them? You're not getting any points. Are you warning your team that a guy is in for an arm or defuse? You're not getting any points, but you are doing a good job and you're helping. Are you spotting people that people aren't killing? You have told, then you have done a good job. You have informed your teammates where the enemy are, and they've decided not to shoot them because that might not be a good thing for that given situation. There are so many things that you can do that doesn't pay off. Sitting back in the base waiting for teammates to spawn on you so you can go arm an object. It's good work, but it's not giving you any points. So we're going to differentiate between players and talk about what makes a good player. We need to talk about mindset or skill set. It's not about how good you are with the mouse and keyboard or the sticks or the joypad. It's about what you're willing to do and what you know that needs to be done. It's about jumping out and keep that tank alive even though you're under heavy fire. It's about running across that open road under fire to go for that MCOM or to disarm that MCOM. It's about doing this selfless thing. It's about realizing that even though it's a lost battle, you have to do it because it'll push the enemy back and it'll let them give them something else to do instead of taking care of that objective. And that's what it comes down to, objectives. Are you going for objectives? You are on the way to be a good Battlefield player. Do you care more about objectives than your own stats? Do you want to win? Then you are on your way to be a good Battlefield player. You have the right mindset, in my opinion. Are you using the map to get on top of a building on Gulf of Oman? You, in my opinion, don't really have the right mindset. Do you lie way back in your spawn with your 12x scope sniper rifle? It's a questionable mindset. You're not contributing to your team. You're not contributing to getting the objectives. And if you're not doing that, I am inclined to call you a bad player. And you're not the kind of player I enjoy playing with. But generally I don't think this is a very good debate to have. I don't really think anything good can come of it, and I don't really think there's any point in calling out people just to prove a point. And it all boils down to, if a person is playing the objectives, he's a legit Battlefield player. And that's it. If he tries, if he's a player who's willing to move outside the comfort zone and challenge himself, I think he's a good Battlefield player. Is he a guy who's a beast with a gun, gets 3.0 KD every game and takes 4 objectives? He's an excellent Battlefield player. That cannot be argued. Generally, I don't think this is a very good debate to have, or discussion. I honestly think that DICE should make their stats private and not have them public, so everybody can scrutinize them. Because the thing is that every time someone has an argument or have a disagreement, they're going to look up their stats and they're going to attack the player based on what they think he has accomplished and how well he is as a player. And that is by no means an argument or that you could use. It's just downright stupid. And who cares if you got a high SPM or you got a high KDR? It's all about, in the end, the only thing that really counts is your win-loss ratio. And that is also a flimsy stat due to you entering lobbies with people not playing for objectives, or a knife-only lobby, or things about like that. I think people should just generally stop moaning about whatever happens in this game and just play it. Just go out and win, go out, have fun, go out and play your heart out and take those objectives and just play fun and fair and shut up. Generally just leave it out. Anyways, I've done this video over like 60 takes now, and I'm not gonna do it again. Hopefully you won't think it's crap too much, and yeah, whatever. Talk to y'all later, and I'll bring forward something new soon. Bye.